everybody, welcome back on this crisp Sunday morning. It's Angela here and lovely to have you visit me again. We are going to do a quick little Sunday video. I like to keep it brief on a Sunday, so I hope that you grab a cup of coffee or tea and come and join me as we put together a quick little video to add to your journal. So today I'm working again in my Baking Bliss journal. I'm heading towards the back section. The very last time we did this tutorial with the doilies, which I absolutely love, and it was an opportunity to use up some of my doily pieces from my damaged doily, which has given it a new purpose in life. If you haven't seen any of these past videos, I do have a playlist called the Baking Bliss Journal Project. I have put the link in the description box below this video, so go and have a look if you've missed any of these. Right, so what are we doing today? I have stuck it in here already. There you go. We are doing a little quick and easy little place to file a couple of recipes or notes. You don't obviously have to make a baking journal, but this would work in any journal. So let's have a look at what I've got here. First of all, I've got this beautiful trim on the side. I've got a little place here where I've put one of my little envelopes, again printed on the underside. You could stencil that. A great place to store little recipes, notes, or any sorts of things. I've just collaged a little bit here. That goes in there, and then on the second section at the back I've got a little postcard, and I've stuck a little recipe from one of my recipes that I have. It's part of my one of my journal pages, and on the back I've got a little spot that I've made over here. So that's going to go into my little second tuck spot area over here. So that's what we're going to make today. It's really quick and easy, and I hope that you're going to follow along. So let's put this to the side. This is on a tea stain page. It's opposite the one we did over here previously, so if you're wondering where that goes, and this is the polka dot page. So we're getting to the back of this first signature. So I'm going to just put this to the side over here like that, and we're going to get started. Right, so the very first thing you need is a sheet of paper that comes from my journal pages in my Baking Bliss kit. This was a sheet that looked like that with a mixer, the vintage mixture here, and some baking ingredients on that side. And what I've done is I've torn it in half for start. We're going to hang on to that for another journal project, but what I've done here is I've just trimmed this to make it a little shorter to fit onto my page. So if I take the opposite page here, you can see that when I put it onto my page, you've got 1/4 of an inch of a trim on either side there. All right, now that's going to be different if it's an A4 or US letter, so I'm not going to give you a measurement. It's just print out your sheet and trim it to fit 1/4 of an inch on each side of your page. All right, so that's the first step there. So that's what we're going to do. I've just inked that up, and then what I did was I have gone and looked at my doily collection. This is my vintage doily kit that I had, the first one. Cut out one of the doilies as it is on the page like that, and then I've cut out the other one. Now what I did here was I took a good 1.5 inches off the base here, and the way that you can work that out is cut out the first doily like that, and then place this doily onto the other one. Now you'll have quite a bit of an overlay, but I wanted about 1 inch of a difference, or 2.5 centimeters from the top there, just to make it like a layered effect. And then I cut off a good 1.5 inches off the bottom of that doily. All right, so you want to just make sure that you've got a good inch in between the two there. All right, so we are going to stick these down now onto this page. I'm going to just use my fabric tack as it is right here. I have inked while I'm waiting. I have inked around that, so it was just fussy cut out your doily and ink around the little edges there. would suggest you do the inking first, because once this is stuck down, it's going to make it a little bit difficult. Not impossible, but just difficult. All right, now it does come with these flattened edges on the sides here, which is perfect for this. So I'm just going to turn this over. Excuse my misprint on the back. And I'm going to put some, nearly said ink, glue on the flattened bit. That's going to help keep, you know, to lodge the pages you want to put in there, or the ephemera. So you want to just get some nice glue on the underside. And now with our writing on the right, I'm going to find the spot to put this on. Now I'm just trying to keep the gaps there even. That's my washing machine going off like that. All right, so we've got that done. And then we're going to do the same with this one over here. So I'm going to just make it a little bit up the side there. And we're going to run the glue, bead of glue, just a little bit like that. And then again, you want to just make sure that we've sort of got it even. And I'm just trying to gauge it with the pattern as well. All right, so we've got that like that. All right, so we'll just give that a second to dry. Okay, so I've just left this to dry for a few minutes. What I'm going to do now, and this is not a must, this is an option, I'm going to just stitch around this edge here and down there. It's more for decorative, but I like the way it sort of looks on the page, especially on this side here. All right, so I'll see you back here in a moment. Okay, so you can see I've just stitched around there. It does just give a decorative finish, but it's not a must. The glue is going to work just as well, and that's the purpose of it. All right, so I just like a bit of a stitched look there. Right, I'm going to now put on a little bit of a decorative trim. So I've got this beautiful pink and white polka dot trim with this tiny little crocheted edging. I got this from Plum Boutique. And I do love it because it goes with the sort of design that I'm working with, and we've got the polka dots. So I'm going to just use my Fabri-Tac again, and I'm going to just put a little bead of glue down the edge here. It's going to just finish off that edge, in my opinion. You can use any lace that you might have, or anything that you feel is appropriate to go down here, and it's going to just give it a great sort of decorative feature. Right, so now that the page is moved up there, I'm going to just get that stuck on the edge there, and then just gently press that in place. I had a very late night last night. And I only woke up at 9:30 this morning. I say only, but I only went to bed after 2 o'clock in the morning. Just getting carried away with all the crafting and things, and didn't realize the time. Yeah, so I had a bit of a lie-in this morning, which was nice. I do like to do that on a Sunday, because I'm up early every day and go to bed late every day, and I think by the end of the week it sort of catches up with me. Yeah, I'm not a fan of sleeping. I mean, I love sleeping, but you know, I find there's too many other things I want to do instead. Okay, so that's going to set nicely, and while that does that, I'm going to just trim this little bit off the end here like that, and that one's all right, so we're all right. Okay, so I'm going to just put that to the side to dry, and then I'm going to show you another little bit that I was doing, just the little card bit. Right, so I took the Brandy Snaps recipe from this piece over here, which is one of the pages in my journal kit with all these little recipes, and I do like the Brandy Snap one, and that is a recipe from 1919, so over 100 years old, and I just loved the beautiful font here, and the fact that she's written it with a fountain pen. So I cut that out, I've inked it, and I've stuck it onto some polka dot paper, and I've measured a further 5.5 centimeters or 2.25 inches from the edge, from that fold line there that I've scored. All right, so, and then I just cut it off like that. Now this bit here is this last little bit here, and it doesn't matter about the numbers really, because you know, we're just making a tuck spot, so you don't have to have this little extra bit that I've got here. I like it because it just reinforces the edge, and I'm always very mindful of these things tearing, and I don't like that. So I've got that little bit folded down there now, so you have got a small little tuck spot at just over 1.5 inches or 4 centimeters. Okay, and then what I did was I've taken a scrappy bit. This is an avocado dyed paper sheet that I had in my scrap pile, and I've just measured it to fit this part of the folder here. So I'm going to just stick that down over there quickly. It's just a bit shorter than the whole piece, and I didn't need a whole piece because I've got the flap there, so who's going to know, you know. So I just took what I have. You can always use what you have. Any kind of backing tea stain paper would work just as well. And if you don't have any of those, you know, we've got that digital we're using, so you can always use that. I just want to get that stuck down. It's slightly longer on the one end, but I'll trim that off in a minute. So we've got that bit there. Just looking on that side that it's not sticking out anywhere, and it's not, so that's all right. And then just use your distress ink just to get rid of the white sections, because I don't like the white showing. So I'll just get rid of it like that. Okay, so you've got that bit in place now. And now we've got our bit that's going to just tuck in over there. So I'm going to just put a bit of glue here and a bit of glue here and stick that down. Gosh, it's cold here again today. As you can see, I've got lots of layers on. Yeah, it is cold. But I'm not moaning. I like the different seasons. Right, so we've got a little tuck spot there. I'll just put my little plug in place. Right, so I've got that done there. I thought what I would do here is I would just take a little flower. This is from the Mason Jar Sizzix dies, and I'm going to just stick this down over here quickly like this. Oh, I know what I didn't get out now, I'm just thinking about it, was my little sentiment that I wanted to put on here, but that's okay, I'll get it in a minute. Right, oops, pick it up. Right, let's just get that down like that and rub off the glue over there. There we go. Right, now the little sentiment that I used on this one was bake me a cake. So I'm going to just find that quickly. So I keep mine all in these little bags here. So we're just looking for the small pink one to go in there. So let's find it. There we go. That was lucky. Right, so we'll just put that out the way for the moment. So bake me a cake, one of my little Baking Bliss sentiments, and I do like these little sentiments all over the place. Oh, my sponge is coming to an end. Little bits all over the place, but that's easily sorted. Right, so we'll just take this one and get some glue on it. There we go, ready to go, and stick this at the bottom here. So it's just a little bit of a decorative finish. Oh, I'm just having a little thought here now. Cut out my butterflies, and I might just take a really small one. There's a really small one. You know, love a butterfly. I was cutting these out at 2 in the morning. Let's hope they're straight. No, they were. I was pretty wide awake. And then when I noticed the time, I thought, oh my gosh, just go to bed. You know, you'll feel it tomorrow if you don't. Yeah, so woke up late today. And it's such a gloomy day, which is not great. Right, so we'll stick that one down on there. I like that. Okay, so we've got a little tuck spot here, and in there I've got this piece of ephemera. I've backed it onto that lace paper. I love to do it because you can easily write a lovely recipe on there, or some little beautiful memories that you have baking. And that's from my Baking Bliss ephemera kit. So I'm going to just slide that in there. You've got plenty space to put lots of other bits and pieces in there. All right, so that's that. And you've got your brandy snaps recipe there as well. Okay, and then as I showed you before, my little mini envelope here, I've got that all ready and folded to go. And then this little postcard, which I've also backed onto the lace paper, and you can write another recipe or little message on there. So those are our bits. So if I go and take this now, we're ready to put this all together. We're going to take our little envelope, we're going to tuck it in over there like that. We are going to take this little one, put it in over there. And this little one we're going to put at the back there. Now the only thing that I haven't done here is I wanted to put, I've got two things to do. I've got my little flowers from the spring foliage Sizzix die, and I love the daintiness of these. I'm going to end up making loads of these, I think, because spring's coming soon as well. So I do love these. I'm going to put that little one at the base. And I do like little details everywhere, as you know, so makes my life harder. But, you know, I can't help myself. I just see these things and I think, oh, yeah, I'm going to add that. Oh, yeah, I'm going to add that. You know, that's the joy of it, isn't it? Right, so we've got that in place. And then just a little dab there of glue. And my little tweezers that Helen gave me. Thank you, Helen. These are useful when I remember to find them. That's the thing. And then we want to just get our little tiny little pearl in place there. Okay, so we've got that in place. That's all ready to go. So lots of place to write things and put our memories in place. That's all done. And now it's just, here's one of my fussy floral cutouts that I had. This is the first kit I ever did, and I do love it. I've printed this to a page, so it is smaller, and I'm going to just stick that out on the bottom there. So I'm going to just put this down. What are you guys doing today? Are you going to do something fun? I suppose in the Northern Hemisphere we're all cold, so it's about eating. Baking, roasting, and those sorts of things. I'm not making any roast dinners today. Everybody's busy. But yeah, and I need to behave myself. I'm eating too much rubbish this month. So no baking today either. All right, so we've got that one stuck down. And then I've just got a little butterfly again. Just put a little bit of distress ink on the white sections, and we're going to do this like this. Okay, turn him over, and I think we'll put it, I just like that swirly bit, so I'm going to put it just below the swirly bit like that. And then I've got pearls. I've got some bigger pearls here. I've got a strip of bigger pearls. And where's my little knife? So if I just cut one of these bigger ones, like that, put on some glue. I do like to put a drop of glue on. It just sort of helps with, you know, I'm not so confident that these little sticky bits are going to last, so I'm going to just get that down like that, a little bit over, I think. Yeah, all right. These come from my Amazon list. You can get them there if you're wanting to know. Right, and I think that's everything. So ready to stick down on your page. And as I showed you earlier, just move that to the side. That is easily done. So all I did was I turned this over, I put glue on all sides, and I stuck it down, right on that side obviously. I'm doing it on this side because everything opens towards that side. So makes it easier to get things in and out. Okay everyone, I hope that you've enjoyed that. As I said, a quick Sunday video, really quick. Fun to do. I've really loved putting these together. They're going to look great in any journal. So go and have a look and see what you can use. Go look around for trims and papers and things and give this a go. I'd love to see your version of this. Have a wonderful Sunday. I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday for our next little video, Tuesday, Wednesday, depending where you live. And thank you as always for your wonderful support and encouragement. I love spending time with all of you, love seeing what you make. So stay safe and sound, and until then, see you soon. Bye.